Well, our next guest joins us, and just to introduce you before we go to the news, and also off the back of a story that Linda was looking at, and this is from the company Manz to talk about solar panels. That is Mr. Mohamed Alammawi. Good morning to you, Mr. Mohamed. So you are part of this expansion in the MENA region when it comes to solar panels.
Good morning, and thank you very much for the invitation. Yes, I'm really very glad to be here and to participate in this very important event, and also to show our products which are fitting exactly to the climate conditions in terms of heat and dust to produce electricity by utilizing the sun irradiation, what we have a lot of here.
And I know, we always wonder, why don't we have more solar energy? Why aren't we using solar panels more? And you picked up on the story, Linda.
Yes, it says here that the German multinational engineering company, which is actually from Reutlingen, very close to my hometown, Tübingen, will be presenting its integrated turnkey production line. And what is the innovation here?
Well, actually, for this kind of technology, we are confident that only the company Manz is able and capable to deliver a fully integrated production line for CIGS models. This is very significantly important to transfer also the know-how to the local content, where we can utilize local sources and create additional high technical job positions.
Where do companies that are big in the solar panel industry, where do they produce their solar panels?
Well, we have our own innovation line with a capacity of 30 megawatt in Germany itself, and we have a lot of clients around the world, in Europe, in Asia, and also in the America, where they produce the same kind of panels. This is the thin film technology, which is the promising one and will be the leader in the future, especially in the sunbelt areas.
What some of the challenges are for solar panels in this region when it comes to the environment and the climate that we are running them?
Well, this is conditions which really are very harsh, and a lot of solar panels are facing this problematic. The thin film technology, or basically the CIGS-based solar modules, are made to sustain actually the high temperature, and we have installed bases to be tested here in the region, in Qatar, in Saudi Arabia, and in around countries, and we have long track which shows that the efficiency or the harvest still much higher than the crystalline-based solar modules. In other words, in the end of the day, we have to count how much energy we generate despite those harsh conditions as dust, diffusion light, or high temperature.
Why is heat such a big issue for a solar panel?
We have to imagine that the solar modules are made from different layers, different materials, so the temperature coefficient in general of all those compositions is high when it came to high temperature. High temperature has the impact to drop the harvest. In terms of thin film technology based on copper, indium, gallium, and selenide, they are less sensitive against that, so we can harvest more energy output, which is significantly positive.
How many of the solar panels are in fact equipped with this thin film technology at this point here in the UAE?
In general, it is said the thin film technology is not that very young, but it has really fast development and improvement in the last 10 years, and particularly in the last 5 years. So now they have almost market share about 10%, and it's growing rapidly because of the area.
According to a recent report by Mead, more than $50 billion is expected to be put into projects on the ground in the region by 2020. Now, we talked about this for a long time. It's been topic on government's agendas for years, and yet progress has been limited until recently. So here we are now. You're saying that actually the growth is rapid and changes are definitely afoot. So if we're looking at growth opportunities being at the top of the agenda, and it certainly is this week at the World Future Energy Summit, what can you see happening in this region, say, over the next 20 years?
Well, I'm really happy to witness the progress ongoing, for example, in Dubai, where the last projects were just awarded. We talk about 100 megawatt capacity in addition to another 100 megawatt capacity. And those power plants will be executed by utilizing also thin film technology-based solar modules, which is saying again that the impact or the performance from them is really very high. In Saudi Arabia, there's a big plans. I heard yesterday Dr. Yamani from KA Care, who stated that the development is really growing very much, and they are targeting ambitious goal, which is 54 gigawatts. So I think, especially in the Arabic countries, regardless if they are oil producers or not, for example, like Jordan, they have a good improvement, a lot of projects implemented, and there's more in the pipeline.
One of our listeners, Jeremy, he says solar will not make a real difference until energy regulators provide an attractive feed-in tariff, essentially a price to feed solar power into the grid. What are your thoughts on that?
This is always a good methodology, actually, to encourage and give more confidence for the investors and for the power generation companies to make their own cost studies and calculation on solid base. Otherwise, they have to go for the open bid, and this will be a little bit risky method. So we would be happy, of course, to see a feed-in tariff in different countries, like in Jordan, like in Egypt and Turkey. And I think in Saudi Arabia and UAE particularly, they are on the way.
Thank you very much for stopping by and talking to us this morning, Mr. Mohamed Alammawi of Manz. He's the Vice President of Sales for the MENA region there, and we wish you all the very best. It's exciting times for the solar industry.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.